Hello and good evening. My name is John. We're playing Sakura Forest Girls as part of my Steam cleaning series with every game in my Steam library eventually, and I'm sure they rate and or review them into Wii to Playtime. I don't quite know what this game is, but the name's out at random. This was released in April of 2021 by Winged Cloud. It's a visual novel. You know that. I'm dreaming. I know it's a dream, but it's pleasant nonetheless. Pure, void darkness. In my dream, I see us as we used to be 3 years ago. Franz. I got an achievement already. I'm there smiling, and so is Ayana. We're both embracing our dear friend Coco, who is laughing happily. I don't know who's who in this picture. I begin to laugh too, and Ayan soon joins in. It's strange to see Ayan laugh. She doesn't do it very often. She's a serious girl, colon, not cold exactly, but awkward. Her lips are actually drawn into a frown, not in this picture, and her blue eyes are cool. Purple, reddish brown, closed. I try to make her smile, but I don't always succeed. Coco was always better making Aya laugh than I was. And for myself, I laugh pretty often. It's rare to see me without a smile even now. My parents always told me since childhood that I'm too flippant. They say I don't take life seriously enough. Personally, I think I take life too seriously, but they've never once appreciated it when I've told them that. My parents lectured me a lot when I was a child. I'd glower at them, my expressions surely, then complain about my unfair treatment to Aya. She listened to all my complaints without demeanor, She listened to all my complaints without demur. Googling what demur means, thesaurusing demur definition. Doubts or adjectives. All right. Without demur. Larry up that every day and tried to advise me as best as she could. Her advice typically amounted to don't antagonize your parents, which, though perfectly sensible, I never quite took to heart. Coco was always more direct when I complained to her. You gotta learn to behave, Yaya. The village chief says we should honor our parents, not fight with them. Your mother and father might scold you, but it's only because they care. Coco's always been more level-headed than me. I argued with her once on occasion, but our fights never last that long. Ayaya was there to intervene in that gentle manner of hers. In any case, we were too close to properly fight. The three of us lived together in a quiet, peaceful village deep in the forest. Aya, Coco, and I. We were good friends, best friends, in fact. We were inseparable. We are 3 minutes through this game, and they are really hitting us hard with how much they're friends. Really just spilling as much ink as possible. We've known each other since we were small children, and we vowed we would always stay together. That was what we intended. Until the monsters appeared. Children roused from their beds, they started crying, afraid. The adults, including my parents and Coco's, took up their weapons to drive the monsters away. But they couldn't defeat the strange enemies. The monsters like nothing I've seen before. Their bodies green and sticky and gelatinous, a bit like mud but transparent. You want to change the image at all to show us this? They weren't like wolves or bears. They weren't normal by any measure. It must have been summoned by magic. I think someone sent these creatures to attack our village, so I have no idea who would do such a thing or why. That was the work of a witch. A witch! In any event, our village was soon ransacked by the creatures, our crops were ruined, our cattle eaten, our homes ruined, used ruined twice. In the chaos, we all fled. My parents dragged me along with them. For days we lived in the forest. It wasn't until a week after the attack that we dared return to village. This is called Forest Girls, so... Village had been damaged, but it wasn't irreparable. So you said destroyed earlier. With the help of our neighbors, we soon worked re-sowing our fields and rebuilding our homes. Slowly but surely, our lives turned normal. But nothing was the same after that. Some families never returned to our village after the attack, and Coco was among them. It's been 3 years since then. I've not seen her. I have no idea where she went or what she's doing or if she's alright. That's why Aya and I set out on a journey when we both turned 21. We're now regarded as adults by the law of govern our village, which means we can leave its walls. Aya and I have received permission from our village chief to search for Coco. That's what we are doing. We will find Coco again no matter the cost, and all three of us will be reunited. Aya and I have never traveled this far from my village before. The journey has been a rocky one, and I'm sure we'll face many more trials yet. Finding Coco won't be an easy challenge, but I won't give up. I'm ready to do anything to find her again. Boop. Meh. I opened my eyes groggily, then blinked, wiping sleep from my eyes. I went to sleep pretty early last night. I think they have this one stock image of a sky in all the Sakura games, and they just use it as much as they can. When the first stars began to appear in the sky, but I still feel exhausted. It feels like I haven't gotten any rest. It was with some difficulty that set up. My limbs feel stiff and cumbersome, and I have to stretch them to restore some feeling back to my body. The dream stays with me long after waking. I can't stop thinking about Coco. This is where you slept? This is a huge cabin. Coco. I mumble her name under my breath, as though that might bring her back. Of course it doesn't. My best efforts are in vain. I have no idea where she is. But with some luck, Aya and I should be able to find some clues. Same sky, black and white. The song sounds open source to me. I can't place it though. Aya and I have been searching for Trace Coco for about 2 months. We departed from our village after saying goodbye to our relatives and set off on a big wide world with only clothes on our back as provisions to stand. You were in a freaking tent. We slept under the stars during the first couple of weeks of journey and hunted for food to survive. Well, I hunted food. Aya is a gentle girl. She doesn't have much experience with weapons, nor the wherewithal to use them. When we eventually arrived at the village, we took shelter amongst people. We slept in tents, there you go, and its residents, if they knew anything about Coco or her family. Aya and I hoped Coco would live in a nearby village, but our questions were in vain. We were unable to find any trace of her. Once the villagers suggested we might have more luck asking the mage for help. Apparently, a well-known mage lived deep in the forest. She is revered and respected as she is feared, and according to local legends, she is perchance helping pretty girls. Our home was located atop of a cliff. Her home, which overlooks a village left abandoned for several years after it was attacked by strange monsters. Few people have actually seen the witch, but the tale of her bounds, her reputation really does precede her. I'm not sure if it's actually a person or imaginary figment, but the villager I questioned sounded certain of her existence. This helpful villager drew Aya and I through Rough Man's village and the cliff where the witch lives. They were awful eager to help us, which I appreciate. Or it might be a vast place, but full of uncertainty, but there's a lot of kind people out there. You can't just use this. Aya and I departed that village a couple weeks ago, and since then we're looking for an abandoned village. We walked for hours on end, sleeping beneath the stars, eating fish skewered by my spear. It took a long time, but we finally reached our destination. The village could hardly be called welcoming. A few tents stand where I presume families would have slept. Most of the tents like collapse heaps on the ground, half overgrown with grass. Not pictured here. A little torn, but the remaining tents lean awkwardly. Some have holes in the roof. They still fit for human habitation. Okay, so they found that place. People could return here if they wish and start anew, but no one has. Aya and I scoured the village upon arriving here, but didn't find anyone else. This place is deserted. Something cataclysmic must have happened here to drive every last one of his people away. My own village was attacked, but we were able to rebuild it. These people, however, never tried. They all up and left, many leaving their possession behind. I'd like to know what it was that scared these people so. Maybe it was the same monsters that attacked our village. The witch, who supposedly dwells on the cliffside, might know something about it. Do you mean the witch? Because it wasn't a witch, it was a mage. Are we talking about the same person? Did she send those slimy monsters to attack my village? This village? It's not impossible, but I have no way of knowing that. I don't even know if this witch exists or not. First we need to find the witch. Everything else will fall into place after that. At least I hope it will. Cliffs are quite a walk away. We still got a bit left to go, but it should be alright. I'm not alone. I know Aya will support me. We'll confront that witch in her home, and we'll get her to tell us where Coco is. Then we'll finally have something to go off of. We won't have to wander aimless anymore. If we can do this, I believe in us. I punched my fist in the air, wide-eyed and eager. It'd be nice if someone could follow up my proclamation with old time. I believe in you. You can do it. But all I hear is the wind. I guess that's to be expected. Aya is still asleep, curled up by my side amongst her pilfered blankets. She looks serene with her eyelashes matted. Though an ancient person, the creases in her brow smooth out when she's sleeping. I survey her for a few moments, a small smile on my face. I should probably stop talking to myself. Aya would be freaked out if she hear me. Hee 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 hee. If I want to talk to her, I should wake up first. If I don't shake her awake, she'll sleep for hours and hours. Honestly. I grin. She's definitely not a morning person. She's never cut it as a hunter. Pull my daily attire on over my undergarments. Is that this? And I retie my ponytail and I shuffle over to Aya's side. Nope, that didn't change her appearance at all. Hi, hey, Aya. Are you alright? It's morning. Wakey, wakey. Meh, what? Aya blinks, her pale eyelashes trembling, and looks up at me. Her voice thick with sleep, she mumbles, Aya? That's me. Who else would I be? Now come on, get up. We have a busy day ahead of us. Okay. Aya yawns so wide I can see her molars, then she pulls herself into semblance of a sitting position. Why is she so dirty? Where are you sleeping then? You have an IKEA dresser in the background. What is this angle? Aya holds her hand to her head, adjusting her hair and yawn. One of her eyes is closed and the other one looks unfocused. Okay, you actually have a picture explaining something going on here. The poor thing is so tired. Thing? Just say poor girl. She can hardly keep herself up straight. Are you alright? I anxiously. Couldn't you sleep last night? Aya blinks at me silently a few moments and shakes her head. Her ivory hair flutters, feely strands fluttering over her shoulders. I frown. Bad dreams? They weren't bad exactly. They were more, Aya brows wrinkles. Nostalgic, I suppose. How so? I dreamt about me and you and Coco too. We were together again at our old village. The dream made me feel very warm. Then I woke up. Aya both bites her lower lip. She looks so perturbed. I can't help but feel for her. I want to throw my arms around her and pull her into an embrace, but I'm not sure she'd appreciate it. She's only just woken up and looks shaken as it is. I don't want to alarm her. Indeed, I choose to come in and with her. You're not the only one who has a dream about Coco. I did too. Really? Yeah, I always feel happy when I see her in my dreams. But when I wake up and realize she's there, it makes me miss her all the more. It's been 3 years already. I can't get Coco out of my head. If I only know where she was or how she was doing, I wouldn't worry so much. But we know nothing. It feels kind of like we were wandering around in the dark, hee hee. I giggle through my laughter isn't prompted by good humor so much as awkwardness. Oh well, it's too early in the morning to get hung up on immobile stuff like that. We can't spend all night time grousing. You like that word, don't you? Suppose you're right. Anya replies after a small pause. She smiles. What are things to worry about? Yeah, you certainly do. Just look at your hair. What's wrong with my hair? It's all messy and full of leaves. I tut. You should try to take better care of yourself. I mightn't? I'm not a writing coach. I'm not a professional author. I'm not a professional English maker. Don't do contractions. I mightn't always be around to look after you, you know? Now what should I do? Should I help Aya or help take care of this predicament on our own? Oh, we get a choice finally. Help her. Of course I'm gonna help her. That should be the thing. She is my best friend. Now come here. Pluck loose leaves out of her tresses and comb a few knots out of it with my fingers. My fingers brush against Aya's scalp and her nape during my administration. She flushes, her blue eyes wide and jewel-like. Yeah. Yes, what is it? She glances away, her eyes half-lidded. It tickles. Ah, she sounds so cute. It takes every ounce of power I have to stop my looking at her. How can girls be so adorable? Hee. Sorry about that. I'm trying to be careful though. I don't want to hurt you. I'm not tugging too hard on it. No, it feels nice when your fingers close. It feels kind of tingly. And be still my beating heart. She says stuff like that. It makes me feel all tingly too. Crap, now I'm starting to feel flustered. Yeah. I incline her head to one side. Are you alright? Oh yes, I'm fine. Never been finer. I giggle awkward too loudly and finish with his hair. I shall back to observe this old my handiwork. There, friend. Oh, you did change your outfit. Okay. Now leaf free and falls on about her shoulder. She has tied back 2 straight pigtails. Yeah, pigtails and ponytails. But top of her hair is so messy, and her bangs rumpled the partially cured sleepy eyes. She looks tired, but that part of course eye. Alright, we are going to go to settings, text speed, auto forward, return. Alright, that's return. There we go. So a lot of these visual novels, okay, that's a pose. Have a very limited budget, so they have a few, as they call them, CGs or screens that they use. So they're gonna do a lot of stuff over and over again with the same resources. So our base camp's out that thing there. Generally, I find I would like them if they. I would generally find myself personally, they spend a lot of time just trying to be expository as possible to fill the word count. And that to me is a negative. I prefer when they get a little bit faster to the point and move through things. Spending the first 11 minutes just waking up slowly is just a bit too much for my side of stuff. All right, I found a friend. She had a necklace. We're still not the witch. Reassure. We're still not the witch. Maybe that was the witch. Whoa. She fell. Man, we're using all the wipes. I wish you would want to be more than friends. Oh, wow. I don't know if I feel comfortable with the iconography they're using. Well, they built a log cabin? Oh, this must be the witch. They're finally at the witch. Oh, God. She's so beautiful. Just linger on this shot for 10,000 words. Oh, wow. It just goes. Okay. This is Sakura Forest Girls 1. I'm willing to trust her. Cheers.